Tiger Woods broke every record in his career. He dominated the course like no other on field. Tiger Woods made his opponents look like dummies. Once a hero, now a fallen icon. Woods' downfall proves that even the greatest can stumble.
Professional golfer Tiger Woods has been arrested on DUI charges in Florida. Police in Jupiter, Florida, arrested Woods around 3 o'clock this morning.
Tiger Woods had it all: a loving wife, kids, and the prestige of being the greatest golfer to set foot on the planet. Yet he chose to conceal his true self, which eventually came out when he was caught in a series of career-ending scandals. It was the 100th edition of the US Open, and ironically, it was also Woods' 100th professional tournament. At the peak of his powers, the 24-year-old Woods set the stage for a spectacular performance that left both onlookers and competitors in awe. He made his rivals look like beginners as he claimed victory with a record-setting 15-stroke lead in the US Open. Tiger Woods was born in 1975 in California and was the only child of Earl and Coltita Woods. He spent his childhood in Orange County, where he quickly became a golfing sensation. He hadn't even been able to walk when he was introduced to golf by his father. His father was a baseball player, and Woods had wanted to be like him, but he decided to let go of that goal because he had torn his rotator cuff as a child. Woods was only 3 years old when he shot 48 over 9 holes at Navy Courses Stadium. When most kids worry about their primary grades to satisfy their parents, Woods was featured in Golf Digest when he was just 5. Woods won the under 10 years drive, pitch, and putt competition at the Navy course he used to play in Cyprus. Looking at a young kid making grown-ups look like dummies made everyone go crazy. When he was 8 years old, he won the Junior World Golf Championships, as this was the youngest group in which he could compete. When he was just 11 years old, he constantly would go on to beat his father without any problem whatsoever, despite his father trying his best to win. He went on a winning streak in the Junior World Championships from 1988 to 1991. It looked like no one could stop him. When studying at high school in Anaheim, he became the youngest player to win the U.S. Junior Amateur Champion at just 15 years of age. He won the 1991 Southern California Amateur Player of the Year and Gold Digest Junior Amateur Player of the Year in 1991. This showed that he had the potential to become one of the greatest golfers. But how did one of the greatest golfers become the most hated figure in the sport? I mean, we all do bad things, but did Woods really deserve it? Now, before we start the story, subscribe to ensure you don't miss out on future stories like this one. And let's start with the story of Woods. Tiger Woods defied expectations and became one of the best athletes in history. In 2009, he became the first athlete to earn a jaw-dropping $1 billion through prizes and sponsorships. But all this money would mean nothing to him when his wife finds out that he was cheating on her. This one single bad move was enough to destroy his career. But how did this one event trigger a series of more events that would make him hated by the public? The story of these scandals began when his wife, Elin Nordegren, started looking through his phone. She suspected he might be doing something wrong, so she chased him out of his home. This would sparkle the flame to a burning issue that would soon become difficult to handle. In November 2009, one of the newspapers published a story that Woods was having affairs with another woman in a nightclub in New York. Rachel Yucatel, who was the nightclub hostess, was found to be checking into the same hotel as Woods. This led many to speculate that he had a secret relationship. Even his wife didn't spare him. Woods tried to settle the issue by putting them together on the phone, but still, her wife wasn't convinced about what was happening and the story she was being told. This led to even more marital problems when Elin saw the name of another woman on his phone. This time it was Jamie Grubbs. Her message was that Woods was her husband. Just after this incident, US Weekly published a statement stating Woods had left a voicemail for Grubbs. Woods was trying to cover up the situation. He had been trying to tell Grubbs that his wife had gone through his phone and he wanted Grubbs to remove his name from her phone. But she did the opposite and revealed all the dirty texts he had been sending. This inspired half a dozen more women women to come onto the scene with sexual stories of the best golfer alive. The details were printed out on the main news page worldwide, trying to demoralize Woods for all he had done. Media started to swarm his house, making life even harder after all that had happened. This led to Woods letting out a statement that he has not been true to his values and is dealing with his behavior behind closed doors. The fallout of this event was immense, leading to Woods issuing a series of statements acknowledging his bad behavior. Woods revealed he was in therapy and was trying to fight past what he had done till now. The implications of this incident were not only limited to his personal life, but also started to hurt his professional life. He lost many sponsorship deals from big brands like AT&T, Gatorade, and General Motors due to this incident, but Nike stayed with him during this tough period. These lost deals eventually came back, considering how famous Woods really was. But things with his wife did not seem to improve. These scandals had put so many marks on the character of Woods that it was hard to recover from them. His wife didn't want to live with a person who would prefer others over her, and this led to both of them ultimately getting divorced in 2010. Even though this scandal almost destroyed the complete life of Woods, he continued to play but never fully recovered from this incident. Everyone thought that after these events, he would become a better person. Soon they started to realize that there are some things you can't change in a person. In 2017, he was found alone at 3 a.m. in his car with his engine running near Jupiter Island, Florida. Woods was 41 years old at that point, and police noticed that his vehicle was parked weirdly alongside the road. There was some damage to the car, and so the police decided to arrest him. A thorough toxicological analysis revealed that Woods had taken painkillers and sleep drugs, but the interesting thing they found out was some traces of marijuana. This combination can lead to unconsciousness and confusion for the user of the drugs. As he was found guilty of reckless driving, he had to follow the punishment. He was fined $250 and had to serve 50 hours of community service, including regular drug tests. Was Woods going to learn from his mistakes this time around? Things were not looking great for him as another event happened in 2023. He made another mistake. He outplayed Justin Thomas in the first round of the Genesis Invitational. He decided to enjoy the moment and have fun, so he decided to slip up a tampon into the hands of Justin Thomas. But this was a big mistake, as it was caught on camera. That photo made things even more heated for him as people started to call him misogynistic. People began to show their anger on social media platforms that using menstruation as a weakness is the patriarchy. This was getting bad very quickly and could have destroyed his well-earned fame. So Woods again had to come out and make a statement saying that we are friends, and it was just a joke that was meant to be funny. Players prank each other all the time, and Woods was doing the same. But people again highlighted the issue and tried to destroy his fame. But Woods handled the situation well by coming clean to the media. I hope we all can agree that bad things happen to everyone. But we certainly can't ignore how good of a player Woods is and what he has achieved in his career. It all started when he was a child and his talent was being noticed by everyone. But his real glory began to come in college. Woods was just 20 when he won the NCAA Individual Golf Championship and silver in the Open Championship as a leading mature. Woods started to get advertising contracts from the most lucrative brands like Nike and Titleist. In 1997, he shone through to fame when he not only won the Masters, but also did a record score of 270. He became the first black person and youngest in history to win that title. That year, he also achieved the #1 ranking in golf worldwide. 1998 wasn't very fruitful for him, but in 1999, he finished the season with 8 wins, including a PGA tournament. Soon, he started to get problems with his eyesight and decided to go through laser eye surgery to gain back his vision. The next season started great for him, and he set one of the longest streaks in the PGA Tour by winning 6 consecutive events. He won the US Open by a record 15-stroke margin. He again broke the record to become the youngest player ever to win the Grand Slam. He was named the Sports Illustrated Sportsman that year and became the only athlete to receive the honors twice. He won the 2001 Master and became the first player to win 4 major gold tournaments from the Masters, US Open, British Open, and PGA Championship. And this achievement was named the Tiger Slam. He was winning back-to-back titles from 2002. He was looking unstoppable, but suddenly he hit a career slump. He didn't win many titles during 2003 and 2004. He made a comeback in 2006 by winning 6 championship titles and was voted the PGA Tour Player of the Year for the 7th time. He got even better the next year and won 9 events that year, including the British Open and the PGA Championship. He had to face the death of his father that year, but even with that tragic loss, Woods managed to take up so many wins. Woods continued his form into the next year, winning the World Gold Championship, making it his 13th title. That year, he again got the Arnold Palmer Award for the lead money earner. 2008 started pretty terribly as he had to go through knee surgery that made it difficult for him to play. But still, he didn't lose hope. And even with the excruciating pain, he went on to win the US Open, showcasing his dedication and love for the game. But after the US Open, he started to feel more pain in his knee, so he decided to withdraw from the competition. Woods made a spectacular comeback in 2009, showing an amazing performance in the Presidential Cup. But he didn't win any major tournaments that year. This made him lose his spectacular streak of never losing a major tournament when he lost the final round in the PGA Championship. That year, his scandals erupted out, and he was involved in a car crash that made it difficult for him to be consistent. Woods came back to play golf in April 2010 at Masters. That season was disappointing for him as he didn't win any tournaments. But despite all this, he still finished the season with #2 ranking in the whole world. In 2011, his performance went down and his ranking took a major hit. He fell down to 7th place. He got leg injuries during play at Master, which made the season even terrible for him, and he couldn't win a PGA tournament. The following season began well for him, but he was struggling in the final rounds. He revised his putting technique that year, and this took him to his first PGA victory in 30 months when he won the AT&T National Tournament. In March 2013, he won the Arnold Palmer Invitational again for the 8th time. That season, he did win some PGA tournaments that helped him gain back his #1 spot. But with all this performance, he couldn't have a major win that year. 2014 turned out to be disastrous for him as he was constantly missing out because of back pain and only competed in 9 PGA events that season, while his best finish was 25th position. His struggles were growing as the time passed. He only played 11 events in 2015 and missed out on consecutive major titles due to his back issue. He had to undergo back surgery to get in better shape. Due to this surgery, he had to miss out on the entire 2016 season. He made his first appearance in PGA Tour events after 17 months. But as he was starting to find rhythm in the game, he had to go into another back surgery, which crushed his dreams of making a comeback. Woods announced that he had to go through his 4th back surgery to remove back and leg pain. So he decided that he would miss out on the remaining 2017 season. His form started to go down due to subsequent injuries. In the following year, despite his poor form, he still managed to win the Tour Championship tournament. In 2019, he won the Masters to become the 2nd oldest golfer to win the tournament. He kept on playing without getting any major wins for his later career. He went through a 5th back surgery in December of 2020. But after this, the Woods weren't the same and couldn't keep up. Woods has been one of the greatest golfers to ever live on this planet. His performance led him to be inducted into the California Hall of Fame in 2007. He also won the Laureus World Sportsman of the Year in 2000 and 2001. Woods also got the Presidential Medal of Freedom from President Donald Trump as well. It's very saddening to see someone who achieved so many great things in his career could lose all his fame so quickly. We will be uploading more of these stories of your favorite player in the coming videos. Make sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on those. In the meantime, what do you think about the scandals of Woods? Let me know in the comments below.